Dont'e is a unique in terms of he's just a hair under 6'5", and he ran 4.3. There's not a lot of humans on this planet that do that, and I think if you had to draw up an outside receiver, you would pick that type of body type, someone that's got length, someone that's got a huge catch radius, but also has speed. Sometimes you can get a big guy like that, but he can't really run, so they can stay with him. So, you add that speed element to him, his ability to sink his hips, his ability to get in and out of cuts.
Over the last few weeks, the Las Vegas Raiders completed OTAs and then this week mandatory minicamp, and there has been standouts almost at every position. And in this video, what we're going to do is kind of break down everything you need to know about some of these guys who are standing out, including Dont'e Thornton Jr., a rookie out of Tennessee, also played at Oregon a little bit as well. We're going to break down the film. I'm going to show you why I believe this is going to be an alpha wide receiver for the Las Vegas Raiders, as well as break down some of the other standouts as well. Before we dive into the video though, comment down below 2 guys, one on each side of the ball, that you think is going to stand out this year and even make a case to be a day 1 starter for this football team. And with that being said, let's dive into today's video. Now, one of the biggest problems about Dont'e Thornton coming out of this year's NFL draft was he was very one-dimensional. A lot of go routes and a lot of skinny posts in Tennessee's offense. They would like to overload one side of the field and then keep him on an island. If this safety moves in this direction, well, boom, now we have what we call a yes-no read. Now, this is something that we're going to see a lot of, even with the Raiders as well, but they're starting to utilize him more as a route runner at times, especially in the goal line, in the red area. He's a big-time threat, having that 6'5" frame. Now, all he's doing right here is he's running, 10, 15-yard skinny post, right? We're going to, boom, reach that top. As this DB is backpedaling, this safety bites down just a little bit, which we're going to cross face. We're going to get wide open over the middle. And once this guy gets open in space, good luck catching him, man. He's got breakaway 4.3 speed. And I think he's going to be absolutely nasty at the next level if and only if he can really develop that route running. So once he sees the DB backpedal, boom, we're going to quickly cross face. And then there he goes, wide open. I think Gino is going to be able to really take advantage of a guy like Dont'e Thornton. You have Jacoby Myers, you have Jack Bech, you have Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer, and obviously Ashton Jeanty and Raheem Mostert as well. This offense is going to be utilized in a great fashion, and I cannot wait to see how they do. Now, I really like Chip Kelly for this offense in the Raiders because Dont'e Thornton ran a very similar type of offense. Once again, we get this skinny post, but we want to establish the run. Right here, we see 11 personnel. You see 1 running back, 1 tight end in the field. For the Raiders, you're probably going to see a lot of 12 personnel with 2 tight ends, maybe on both sides here, maybe 1 on each side. And what they're going to try to do is get these second-level linebackers to bite up on this run. Maybe a keeper here. I think we might even see some keepers with Geno Smith as well to really sell the run to these safeties, right? So watch this play here by Tennessee as they're going to kind of fake this run. Boom. Now we're going to read this safety as he takes just 1 false step up. Once again, what are we running? A skinny post. Get to the middle of the field. If this safety bites down, this becomes a yes-no read. And again, we're throwing this football all day long. We have, the ability to cross face, and then boom, you're not catching him in open space. So again, I do believe that everything that we've seen from Dont'e Thornton through camp thus far is amazing news. Let's honestly look at some of the reports. All right, so this is something that I wanted to read to you guys. This was a quote coming from someone at practice. They said, Thornton was still thought to need plenty of polish to become a productive pro receiver. Like I said, the route running in college wasn't there. He was only asked to really run 2 routes, a skinny post and a go ball, because that's speed, right? His college offense wasn't too sophisticated, was not a pro-style offense, at least for wide receivers. At OTAs, however, his footwork at the line of scrimmage appeared more advanced than advertised, and his route running looked crisp. He could be further along than suspected, which is great news. This is everything we've been hearing so far. He's not just a guy that can run fast. He's got some real receiver capabilities to him. This is Jacoby Myers, by the way. So I'm excited to kind of help groom him and help push him along and just see what he could do on the field when the pads come on. This is ultimately outstanding news if you're a Raider fan, because Dont'e Thornton looks like he could be a day 1 outside receiver. Here's another one I wanted to show you. This is actually pre-draft. that this came out from Ella Galco. Raiders got maybe the most explosive outside receiver in the entire draft in Dont'e Thornton. He stood out the Shrine Bowl, and at the NFL Combine, 6'5", 205 pounds, ran a 4.3 40-yard dash. Unbelievable. Now, this is a list of wide receivers who are 6'4" or taller that ran a 4.35 or faster at the Combine. Calvin Johnson, DK Metcalf, and now Dont'e Thornton. Now, I said this was before the draft. This video was before the draft. This was at the Shrine Bowl practices. Again, displaying his ability to utilize that height, right? Boom. Look at the speed off the snap. I mean, great job getting to the outside. And then watch him come back to the football, right? And then make a move after the catch as well. Dude, Dont'e Thornton has proven to be and probably one of the biggest steals of the draft. Now, before we get any further into Dont'e Thornton, if you want a part 2 to this video, all you got to do is comment down below P2, okay? And what does a part 2 include? We might be breaking down even more of the breakdown, or even more of the standouts, excuse me. Tonka Hemingway, Ashton Jeanty. Let me know who you want me to break down next that has been a standout throughout practice thus far. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything, and we will be covering the Raiders throughout the entirety of training camp. You know, preseason, regular season, breaking down a ton of film. So make sure you guys are joining the family if you haven't already done so yet. And with that being said, let's kind of dive back into more of this video. Now, this is a quote from Pete Carroll yesterday, according to Ryan McFadden. Carroll has been impressed with the rookie class thus far. He hasn't been afraid to throw them into the fire, as Ashton Jeanty, Dont'e Thornton, and Darien Porter have received a significant amount of first-team reps. I've heard nothing but good things about Dont'e Thornton with Geno Smith. These guys have been building elite chemistry, and again, you can tell Dont'e Thornton is really standing out, as well as Darien Porter Jr., which if you want me to break down Darien Porter in another video, just let me know in the comments down below. And this is from Pete Carroll. The idea is to force those guys to play early, and to do that, you have to ask them to do things that they're already good at, or they're good at. And again, Dont'e Thornton with that size in the red area, I think he's going to be utilized a ton. I think this team is set up for greatness this year, man. I really do.
I'm born to be a Raider, I think. I think MD looked up in the draft room that only Calvin Johnson and DK Metcalf shared similar height, weight, speed measurables as him. But maybe the underappreciated thing about him is that his competitiveness and his spirit in the run game as a blocker, guy that will strain to open up holes and compete, to give running backs lanes to run in was really good. And you don't always get that with big speed guys. A lot of times those guys just want to run deep and catch the ball, but that wasn't what we saw on tape. We saw a guy that was willing to be a good teammate and do whatever he was asked to do.
Now, I believe that they are in love with the potential of Dont'e Thornton. He's got to continue to show it throughout the rest of training camp in about 5 weeks from now. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Hit the like button, subscribe. I mean, he can just outrun guys here on go balls. I know it's a very bad angle here, but ends up catching through contact and then just gone. So let me know what you guys think about Dont'e Thornton. He was one of the biggest standouts of camp so far. And again, if you want me to break down another standout, Tonka Hemingway, who had a big couple of practices. You have JJ, you have Ashton Jeanty, Darien Porter. So if you want me to break down more of these standouts, comment down below part 2, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.